Oh, welcome back to the Reed Report. I know I've been gone. Did you guys miss me? Anyway, yeah, I had to go see my sister. She just moved out here to California, and I also have to do some work for the election recall. I've been gone for about a week. Now I'm back, and of course, yesterday you guys know about the news that broke with the Clippers. We were wondering what type of move or moves the Clippers were going to make after the Lakers pretty much, bought a team to, try and win a championship, built the team to try and win a championship. And I was sitting wondering, like, what are the Clippers going to do? What's in store for LA's other team, as I call them? I don't know if they could have afforded him, but I thought that they would try to make a move to try and get John Wall, but I know that they've already given up so much in order to get Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, so they don't really have much capital to really offer anyone for another superstar caliber player. But what they did yesterday was the unthinkable, was a shocker, and it was talked about. And honestly, nobody is really impressed. They're all laughing at the Clippers. They traded away Pat Bev and Rajon Rondo to Memphis for Eric Bledsoe. Okay, let's unpack this. Eric Bledsoe is not a bad player. He has been, all around the league. I think he's been traded like 6-7 times, something like that. He was actually traded from New Orleans to Memphis, I think, a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. And he never got to play for the Grizzlies. And now he's been traded to the Clippers. Now, I'd like to think that one of the big reasons the Clippers decided to make this move was, I think they just had enough of Pat Bev. I think that Chris Paul shelved, it was just it. I think Jerry West just said, nah, we can't do this. We can't have this guy. I feel like he's going to hurt us more going forward than he's going to help us. We got to find a way to get him off the books. And Rondo, you remember when Kawhi took that shot? He missed it. I think he airballed it, and Rondo looked at him like, what the heck? And I just like to think personally that when you alienate the superstars, these are the type of things that you can expect. Ask Montrezl Harrell. I don't like the trade for the simple fact that Eric Bledsoe, yes, he can ball in the regular season, but we've seen enough of him in the postseason to say that he's just not the guy that's going to help them get over. And honestly, it was for the best that the Milwaukee Bucks cut bait with him and decided to move in a different direction in Jrue Holiday. And we saw how that worked out with the Bucks. They saw that he just wasn't the guy. And those are guys that are like that. Honestly, let's just be honest. Everybody is not going to succeed, in certain areas. Not everybody, when it's all said and done, Charles Barkley is probably the greatest player of all time with Karl Malone that has never won a championship. There are just guys that are going to have that stigma. Like, there are coaches who can only take you so far. There are coaches who will get head coaching positions like a Rex Ryan, and you just say this guy is just best as a defensive coordinator or an assistant coach. Eric Bledsoe is just who he is. We've seen enough of him to know that this is who he is. Now, can he still turn it around? Of course. But in this situation with the Clippers, it's like, we know Kawhi Leonard just tore his ACL. He's injured. And we don't know when he's going to be back. But are we really expecting Eric Bledsoe and Paul George to be the guys that are going to go beat the Lakers if the Lakers are healthy and can figure out this team that they've built? No. The Clippers aren't even the second best team in the West if Kawhi Leonard isn't playing and you got Eric Bledsoe. I was about to say Drew Bledsoe, that's football. But yeah, if you got Eric Bledsoe. Because without Kawhi Leonard, they could probably beat Dallas in 7. But they're not better than the Lakers, of course not. Who else is out there? The Warriors. They're not better than the Warriors. Klay Thompson can come back and be who he once was. They're not the second best team without Kawhi Leonard. We don't know Kawhi's status. And I'm sitting here saying, if you don't know Kawhi's status, and like I said, I think that those guys got traded, Beverley and Rondo, because they probably management probably had enough of Beverley. Kawhi probably just didn't really want Rondo around. I'm just speculating here. But those are the guys that you're going to want if you are uncertain about Kawhi Leonard. You didn't just upgrade. You probably downgraded, because you got rid of 2 defensive stoppers. And Eric Bledsoe's he's a defender. He can play some defense, but he's not the playmaker Rondo is. And yeah, he's better than Pat Bev, but this is mainly about, can he take them to another level without Kawhi Leonard? And the answer is clearly no, he cannot. Prove me wrong. So I'm not sure what they were thinking with this trade. I don't like the trade. I'm not a fan, but I think with a healthy Kawhi and the team that they had before this trade, they're still the second best team in the West. I still think that the Lakers are better than them. And I don't think they could beat the Lakers if they had the team that they had before they pulled off this trade. I'm not sure what they were thinking, getting money off the books, but what do they like? There's nothing else that they can do that'll surprise us, pretty much, right? Like, they can't go out and go get another superstar to go with Kawhi and Paul George, because I don't think they have the capital to do so. They did clear some money by getting rid of Bev and Rondo, but who can they really afford by doing so? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. That's my thoughts on the Clippers trade. Appreciate you guys for hearing me out. Good to be back. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Till next time, peace.